The Oklahoma City Thunder and some key players have been struggling in their past few games, especially against the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Cup Finals, that we're not going to talk about, all right? But it seems as though against the Miami Heat tonight, they finally figured out what was going wrong the entire time. Now, there's still some kinks they got to work out when you look at the box score and you watch this game. However, the players themselves are looking like they finally figured out their offensive groove, such as Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, a bunch of these guys, Isaiah Hartenstein, even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Looks like he's finally taken it a step up with some insane acrobatic finishes in the game against the Heat. It just seems as though they're finally figuring it out, and it's going to ward off any of these, trade rumors that are surrounding the Thunder right now, especially with guys like Cam Johnson that we will definitely be talking about in the coming days. But it's just interesting looking at it, how it seems as though this game and others in this upcoming schedule that they have against some tough teams, by the way, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, all these teams, it seems that this is a perfect time to get rid of any of these trade rumors and, kind of swirling around some guys, especially guys like Aaron Wiggins, Kenrich Williams, Ousmane Dieng, all these guys. Is their time to prove that they're not going to be shipped off come the deadline. But before we get all that, though, I know a little bit different setup, probably not as good of quality either. Home for Christmas break for the next 2 weeks. So the next, 10 videos or so, it's going to be, looking like this a little bit. Just bear with me. I understand. It's just, the airline I was on, I'm not going to mention in case, if you want to sponsor, but just the airline I was on, it took them a while to get my stuff. And, just looking at it, I might want to wait till I get back to my actual setup back at college to kind of test out and see if they still work, as the condition I found my bag in was pretty rough. So we're going to deal with this for now until we get back up to Boston, where I'm currently living. But if you guys enjoy what we're putting out here on the channel, even through this, very poor quality that we're going to have in the next few videos, and you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is just by hitting that subscribe button. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into talking about the game tonight. Okay, I say tonight, depending on when you guys see this tomorrow. All right, it's December 20th. Whether you see this 21st. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the game talking about that just a little bit, okay? First, let's look at our box score, right? Because there's some good stuff to look at in here. There's some really good stuff. I mean, look at Jalen Williams, right? Let's look at Dub first. 36 minutes of play. He went 12 of 25, 4 of 7 from deep, okay? Very impressive numbers right there. He's finally getting on the line. The refs are starting to give him some calls. 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He finished with 6 boards and 4 assists, along with a block. Finished with 33 points. I think this is a season high for him, if I'm not mistaken. All right, insane from him. Defensively, could be a little bit better at times, and turnovers. All right, this is a big thing that happened today. Turnovers. He had 4 turnovers. The whole team was turning over the ball quite a bit there. When you look at that, 14 total turnovers as a team, I would love to see that. I want to see it down to like 10, how we usually are. 14 turnovers is one of those, numbers that could lose you this game. There's a reason it was still close to begin with, 104-97, even though they were without Bam in the fourth quarter and Jimmy Butler in the second half. The reason it was so close is because we kept on turning the ball over. That was why. But thankfully, you had some other guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who wasn't our leading scorer. He only finished with 25 points. He went 10 of 25 from the field, 3 of 9 from deep. Okay. A little bit concerning that he took 9 3-pointers, but he did go 33%. And only 2 free throws. Also a little bit concerning. He's not getting the calls. 7 boards and 4 assists, though, along with 2 steals, but 3 turnovers. Once again, not the greatest number right there. Isaiah Hartenstein, once again, doing his thing. Finished with 13 and 18 rebounds. 18 rebounds from the big man. Absolutely insane. Lou Dort was scoring as well. 14 points, 4 of 5 from deep. Insane from him right there. Defensively doing his thing. 2 steals. Cason Wallace got the start again. All right. Didn't score a lot, but defensively was playing very solid. 2 blocks along with 4 assists and 2 rebounds there. And then the bench was putting in solid work as well. Kenrich Williams, solid work, 5 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He was, put in solid production right there coming off the bench. Alex Caruso, 2 of 5, didn't hit a 3-pointer, but defensively doing his thing. 2 blocks, 2 steals, just 2 turnovers. Don't love to see that whatsoever. Isaiah Joe is not shooting the ball all that great. He's been struggling, but defensively and some other things as well, he was looking solid, which is why his plus minus was plus 10. Aaron Wiggins, plus 2. Once again, not shooting the ball the greatest. 1 of 3 from deep. But he did manage to get 3 boards right there. Play solid defense throughout the entirety of it. AJ Mitchell's been looking really solid. I've been liking AJ Mitchell this game. Not so much. I mean, started off that first half. I really liked him that second half when he was getting some more time. It fell off quite a bit there. But as a team, played well when you look at the numbers. 45% from the field, 41% from deep, 70% from the line. Would like to see us go like 14 to 17 with, the history that we've had with how successful we've shot the free throws. But, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just glad we're finally getting on the line some more. Just only 17 times. A little bit concerning. All right. A little bit concerning. 48 rebounds, 12 of them offensive boards. Love to see that. 24 assists. Also love to see that. 8 steals and what was that? 5 blocks right there. Also love to see that. Defensively playing great. It's just the turnovers, got to take it down a little bit. Got to take the turnovers down quite a bit there. Down to like 10, and I'd be happy. Okay. Then we win by double digits this game. Let's look at some other things. Okay. Let's look at the Miami box score, and then we'll be done. Okay. Duncan Robinson was one of their most impactful players tonight, which is kind of crazy to think about. I get it, he's a great shooter, but even then, he didn't shoot the ball all that great. 3 of 11, but yet he was probably their third or fourth best player this game. Kind of crazy to think about. Tyler Hero, though, clear cut their best player tonight. 3 of 10 from deep, 11-24 from the field. He finished with 28 points, if I'm reading that correctly. It's kind of small on my laptop screen, but 12 rebounds is there, 6 assists. He was getting pretty close to it, or 5 assists. Got that double-double. Kind of surprised me he got 12 boards. I would have figured more assists, but, it's just kind of a wonky game. He had no turnovers. We still forced 18 turnovers as a team. It's just we got to make him force turnovers. We got to make their point guard, turn the ball over more if we want to win games. I'm glad we got 18 total, but I want to see us forcing teams point guards like 3 turnovers a game. That's the thing, and we weren't able to do that Tyler Hero, and that's why he was able to keep it so close to begin with. Band before he ended up going out for a little bit there in that fourth quarter, 7-11 from the field. Not too bad. He had a solid outing there as well with 10 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, we're not going to talk about him since he did get injured. I say injured. He had a stomach bug going in, and that's why he said he left, was because he wasn't feeling all that great. So we won't talk about him all that much. Haywood Highsmith, meh, he didn't do anything really noteworthy. Their bench wasn't productive either. Nikola Jovic right there, not really doing much there scoring-wise or defensively. Terry Rozier, who had a little insane run, if you guys remember, with Charlotte, but now he's just kind of not that guy anymore. 3 of 10 from the field, offensively just struggling. Defensively, he's decent, but other than that, offensively, he's not doing much for his team whatsoever. Drew Smith, 30 minutes of play. Okay. Interesting right there off the bench. 30 minutes. Okay. 5 of 6 from the field. Very efficient shooter. Defensively, could have been better. All right. Yes, he did have 2 steals and a block, but he's getting blown by a bunch. Landed a ton of buckets there. No rebounds either, helping out his team on the boards whatsoever. And, so like that's also one of the reasons they lost. And then Jaime Jaquez Jr., I don't know why he's coming off the bench. I thought he was going to be a for sure starter for this team for years and years, but he's coming off the bench right now. Still played 30 minutes. It's just kind of interesting to see 9 points. He has a potential, but until Jimmy Butler gets traded, no one's going to ever see him start for the Heat. But it helped out the Thunder quite a bit. And then they also played great defense again. All right. The Thunder building their team off of defense. Look at this, 97 points in the outing. Holding another team to under 100 points. I think this is like the 13th or 14th time this season. They shot 43% from the field, 30% from deep, and then 65% from the line. They only had 41 rebounds, so we out-rebounded them. Had more assists than them. We forced more turnovers. They had 18 total in this game. Just insane numbers that the Thunder were putting up in this matchup, right? Just absolutely insane. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Once again, I totally forgot how this works with my thing. All right. So we're going to try to get it figured out now. Maybe. All right. It's not working. Let me just click on it. All right. So like I said, I haven't dealt with this setup in a while. So you guys are going to deal with stuff like this until I finally get it figured out. So sorry about that. But that's all I really got. It was a solid outing from the Thunder before. I think they're about to head home. I'm not certain off the top of my head. Just solid outing all around for them. All right. Solid outing all around from the Thunder in this matchup. And I don't really have much to kind of complain about. Just the turnover numbers. Keep that down a little bit and we'll be fine. That's all I got for this video. Once again, I apologize for the setup for the next coming days. All right. Just you got to deal with this for like the next 10 videos or so. And then we'll be back on track, putting out some good quality content for you guys along with streams. All right. Let me know what you guys personally thought about this game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.